Hello guys. In this video we will discuss on topic the farm and its various types. Note: from our next video on agriculture studies we will start the plant pathology fungicides. So, stay tuned, keep watching.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Smart Studies. Subscribe this channel for all types of notes, news, announcement, and all study related queries in both Hindi and English language. Thank you.
Definition of farm is an area of land that is devoted primarily agricultural processes, with the primary objective of producing food and other crops. GTHERE are 7 different TYPESGI1. Subsistence farm. This is a type of farm that produces only enough food to feed the family with little or no surplus for sale, says Africa Development Promise. This type of farm is not meant to provide income, but would ideally produce all needed food, year-round. This is becoming increasingly popular among Americans who wish to live off the grid. I2. Commercial farm. This is the opposite of a subsistence farm, says Grade Stack, and is meant to provide income, often the sole form of income, for the farm family. It can consist of growing crops, raising animals for meat, eggs and dairy, raising fish, or a combination of these. I3. Crop farm. These farms grow fruits, vegetables, or grain. Most large-scale industrial farms are monoculture farms, meaning they grow only one type of crop at a time. The Union of Concerned Scientists says this type of farm relies heavily on chemical inputs. Smaller farms tend to be more diversified. I4. Fish farm, also called aquaculture. Fish farming is booming. It involves raising large quantities of fish in large tanks. According to Grist, although farmed fish has a less than favorable reputation, well-managed fish farms are sustainable, clean, and can produce high-quality protein. I5. Dairy farm. This type of farm focuses on raising animals for milk. The milk can then be used to make other dairy products like yogurt and cheese. Most large dairy farms raise dairy cows, but some artisanal dairy farms may raise sheep or goats. I6. Poultry farm. Most poultry farms raise chickens and turkeys for meat consumption, but some raise chicken for eggs. About 18% of all poultry meat in the U.S. is exported, says the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA. Large-scale farms are the norm, but consumer demand for locally produced, pastured, and humanely raised poultry is growing. Farm characteristics. General as well as specific characteristics of farms and their operators shape overall levels of production and productivity, generating differential returns to farming endeavors. Such characteristics as farm size, use of conservation practices, irrigation and water availability, land tenure, as well as household demographics and assets, have all been shown to exert some influence over enterprise and technology choice, input use and market participation. In sub-Saharan Africa, the majority of farmers operate less than 2 hectares of cropland, and as such are defined as smallholders, although the definition differs across country and agroecological zone. Limited farm size is seen as one of the major factors hampering the transition from household-based subsistence farm economies to commercially oriented production systems. Conservation practices, irrigation, and water availability have an important bearing on both long-term farm income and resource sustainability. Secure land tenure provides operators with a solid basis for investment, as land can often be used as collateral for loans. Besides farm characteristics, the socio-demographic traits of farmers' education level, knowledge of farming practices, access to agricultural assets, level of poverty, age and gender structure of the household can greatly affect farm performance. Harvest Choice attempts to systematically compile and conform household data on many of these indicators, drawing on information from a wide variety of primary, as well as secondary data sources. The following are the main factors responsible. 1. Entrepreneurial skill. The most important factor of comes is the skill, initiative and resourcefulness of the entrepreneur. Everything depends on his judgment and ability. An entrepreneur of outstanding ability will be able to procure as much finance as he may need, hire the requisite labor force, and build up a huge business. But an entrepreneur of moderate ability will run business on a moderate scale, and a man of limited entrepreneurial skill will be content with a small business. 2. Managerial ability. For running the routine part of the business, managers are appointed. If a firm is lucky enough to have a manager of great ability, the size of the firm will grow to considerable dimensions. On the other hand, a mediocre manager will have a small-sized firm to manage. 3. Availability of finance. It is finance which oils the wheels of business machine. If ample funds are available, it will help the entrepreneur to make his business grow to a big size.